more sensitive, right? That's your navicular. And in sports medicine, we do a lot of mobilization on the navicular because it gets really tight. Anybody have any questions around this before we jump to the next thing? So in summary, tripod support. When you're squatting, you should feel your weight evenly distributed. If one side of your arch is tighter, there's no way you can equally distribute that weight. If you're having ankle clearance issues as you're coming down, a lot of people just stretch the heel cord and forget that the plantar fascia is connected by soft tissue right to the heel cord, so that the plantar fascia might be your unlocking point. And then the last part is very few people then go to the mobility side of now stretching the area after they've mobilized. Okay? So the key that you can do is do this outside of the workout day. Don't come in here and try to cram for the test and try to do too much. Do it on the other days so your nervous system is primed and ready on the day that it's time to do the Murph. Okay? Now we come to the other. Any other questions about that? So we got starting at the heel, up the inner triangle, across, starting at the heel, up the outer triangle. You can also just, at the heel area, go back and forth. And then after now my foot's ready for the lacrosse ball. Like now I'll go grab it because it's been primed up a little bit, okay? Does that make sense? Any questions around that? Okay, so now the Achilles and calf. Another very chronically tightened area that is, when we land in a running stride, especially with a heavy vest, it needs to be able to give and then snap back. It's like a gigantic shock absorber. When it's tight, the load's going to head up to the knees. This absorption of force happens here. Now when I land, the force goes well. There's no release there. I'm going to send the shock up high. Okay, so that's why so many people have knee issues. So let's hop down to the foam roll. I'm going to just steal one just real quick, and then I'll come around and show everybody. Here's the mistake everyone makes when they foam roll out their calves. Their toes always pointing in. The calf and the soleus head all the way out here. So you're going to start with your toe turned all the way in and work up the inner bone and do a full round there. And then another, I call them train tracks. So here, here, here. You got to work the whole calf in 3D. And then as you turn out and do all of them, come back, and then now we're going to do the mobility side. Hook your heel into your toe and pull and release and pull. Because if I just sit here and rub it, that doesn't lengthen the tissue. It might relax it a bit, but it doesn't lengthen the tissue. So here you go. We'll come around and check. So, and then the super fun part, if you have a really sadistic friend, is you can add some pressure to it. You guys can do like a partner. So you want to be more. There you go. Working that area. And then turning.
Oh, seriously?
And then there. And then here. Come up. Grab it. Lock and load it. And pull. That's your full length.
It's 50 years though, too. Bro.
Yeah, but so you guys can partner up and see who can make each other wince the most. No, okay, so here, and then here, and then here, and then here. Feel it? There's your tight spot. So the key is to really listen into your body. So we felt the resistance here. Now I want you to pump your foot up. Go, 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 go. And down. Right on that sore spot. And explore that range of motion. What they're realizing now is fascia, the connective tissue, and tendon are malleable. So when they're put under load, they can, especially when they're taken through their full range with a pinion, you can do a little bit of functional microtrauma, really, and start to wake up that old movement pattern. And then there's a nervous system component too. So here's the other trick that I see have this joke about all the no, you're fine. I have this joke about the mobility videos online. They're like, now we're gonna add spikes to the foam roll, and what you got to remember is get your weight elsewhere, into your hands and things, so that this muscle can be relaxed. It can't get worked if it's not relaxed. So if you're wincing too much, get into that relaxed position. So here, for you, we can tell you're really tight on the inside. So right there, and now pull up and down. Feel that tight spot right through there. And then grab with this heel. So come around and grab his foot with his heel. Give it that extra little, and let it release. So build tension, and then release. We're talking 20% energy efficiency gain if you start working on this. Because that is so much less effort you have to do. You're well, in to quote Starrett, you're like a leopard now. You're springing in your CrossFit. You're not thudding.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yep. That's a lot of energy, extra energy your body has to do to get the same result. Okay? So let's hop up and just do a series of calf mobility. So you've done 2 minutes on each side. You've done 30 seconds to a minute on your feet. When you come to stretch your calf, here's what people do. They either turn their foot out or turn their foot in. You got to be straight down the middle. Press your heel into the ground hard. And then after you've pressed it, press the ball of your foot into the floor, against the floor, like you're trying to push your toes through the floor. You guys feel the muscle of the calf fire up? Now 5 seconds of pushing, and then relax it and lift your toes up. And you can tend to get a bit deeper into the stretch. You feel it? So that's called contract, relax. Your muscles have contractile units in them that the brain eventually says, he or she's been wearing heels in their dress shoe for 10 years. This is our new length. And when you try to stretch it, it's like, no, this is us. But the contractile, if you contract, you can confuse those nerve receptors called muscle spindles, and then they have to turn off after a 5-second contraction minimum. And then you fire the opposite muscles, the tibialis anterior, by lifting your toes. So it's 5 seconds of push, and then relax, and then lift your toes, and try to go deeper by just a millimeter or two. And you do that through 10 times. Okay, so now that we've done that contract, relax, go into a squat and feel the difference in your ankle clearance on that side. Feel a little difference? So it doesn't take much to wake up your nervous system. So here's where it gets really cool. Is you can become your own doctor. You guys are already in tune. You're pushing your body. So you use the squat and you go slow. You get in your position and you come down and you say, where do I feel tightness? Which heel? Which arch is fighting me right now? And then you do your own mobility around what your body or what your coach is telling you. Does that make sense? You don't have to work both calves equal. You don't have to work both plantar fascia equal. You can literally come like this, kind of do like a body scan, and say, oh, that one feels restricted. I'm going to do an extra minute on this foot to make myself better. Because as long as this foot's a little tighter, my nervous system's going to be doing something weird when it's time to go fast in the Murph, right? So we're just in honor of Captain Murphy, who, like, what we're talking about is resilience, right? But you can't be resilient if your fascia is tight. A mobile body mixed with dynamic strength is where the resilience comes in. Okay, so next part of this stretch, now step the front foot back, bend the knee, same stretch with the knee bent. Now you're stretching your soleus. So for you, bring this heel right there. Same for you. Line that back heel up a little more, and then roll the foot open a little bit. There's your stretch. Feel the difference? Looks good. Lift your arch just up a little bit, like this. This way. There you go. Feel the difference? Now bend your knee. Now you're stretching your soleus. That's the muscle that lies deep through your ass. So most people tend to stretch with the foot turned out a bit. But we got to stretch it facing forward. Okay?